You are tuned into the Queens and Rudy J Media, but it's really the Queens. And this session is called Our Black Skin Rocks, part 2. So we did a session, I think it was around last June, and I had a whole different set of presenters on, and we explored the myths and, untruths around our skin. So I thought it was about time that we thought about and looked about doing a part 2. So those of you who know me, I'm Joan, Queen of Queens. I run a walking group, and back in 2020, I keep saying last year, but it's really 2020, we were Zooming every Saturday morning, 8 o'clock sharp-ish. And we spoke about loads of different topics, from skin, hair, we did mental health, we did menopause, you name it, and we did talk about it. We had some really fantastic, powerful, thought-provoking, interesting sessions under the Queen series. So, as I've always said, I run a walking group, and I said that back then, and we walk on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, hence why I'm not Zooming on a Saturday morning anymore. So I'm going to kind of like pick up the Zooms, but I'll just be doing probably 2 or 3 a month on a Saturday evening. So that's where we are with the Queen's Zoom series. But loads of topics to talk about, loads of things to share with our community, which is what we do. And I'm really pleased that you were able to tune in 7 o'clock-ish, well, it's gone past 7 now in the UK. So I just want to welcome everyone to the platform again, and thank you for supporting us. We really do appreciate it. I'd like to thank Rudy and Leon for their technical assistance, and the beautiful Montrese is here as well. She's going to be moderating the chat for me, because that chat, I can't manage it. That chat gets really, really busy. So we've got the wonderful Montrese who's going to be, moderating, looking after all of us, keeping a close eye on what's going on in the chat. So wherever you are in the world, hi, good evening, welcome, good morning, good night even. It's just wonderful to have you all here. What do I normally say? Have your pens and pads, your notebooks ready, because this is going to be another, I like to educate us, So you're not going to get no foolish advice. These are industry experts that I bring to you on the platform. There'll be a Q&A session at the end. You can ask a couple of questions. We've got 3 fantastic presenters, women, powerful women in business who know about their craft, and who better to speak to us about our beautiful, rich melanin skin. There's no one better. So I'm really excited. Can't wait for them to get started. For everyone in the world, just welcome back to the Queen's platform. And just a big thank you for joining us. We've got a couple of things coming up. So in case you're wondering, okay, the Queens are kind of like offline, we're not Zooming as much, but we're still really, really busy doing all sorts of things. We've got our London Winter Walk coming up, which is next week. So I definitely won't be Zooming, because I'll be so mashed up after walking. We're going to do a half marathon. So I'm really excited about that. We've got Easter Cultural Markets coming up. So please follow us on Eventbrite. If you want to be in the WhatsApp group that we have going, we've got, I think, about 2 or 3 different WhatsApp groups. There's so many people who want to join. And it's not a group where there's a whole lot of chatting. It's just where I just let people know what's going on. So all the information will be going into the chat. Our Easter Cultural Market, we've got one on Sunday, the 10th of April at Venue 28, which is in Beckenham, BR3 1LY. And we've got a Good Friday Easter Cultural Market, which is actually on the Good Friday, which is the 15th of April in Beckenham Place Park. If you want any more information, please do hook us up. So what's been happening so far? So a couple of weeks, we had a Zoom party. I can't believe I was so mashed up from raving in my house. 5-hour marathon. It took me days to get over that, but we had fun. Those women DJs, lady DJs, they were on point. Then dropped some tune. It was absolutely wicked. Yeah. And when I thought we'd just have a few little people come in, it was a roadblock. Yeah, roadblock. So again, can you imagine partying on Zoom? But it was absolutely wonderful, wonderful. So we'll be doing it again end of February. So look out for that. Just follow us on As I said before, follow us on Eventbrite to know what's happening. Yeah. We've also got, those of you who've been on the Zoom before, you know about Joe Dash, and we've done lots of intermittent fasting challenges. So we've got a program coming up in a few weeks' time. Again, I can't say enough, follow us on Eventbrite. And it's going to be Queen's, the Science of Melanin Biology and Nutrition, beginner's level. And it's a course that will explore the fundamental relationship between food and melanin. So we're looking to do those, Zoom about those around the 5th and 26th of February. Yeah. So look out for the information for that. So we have some wonderful Queen's Zooms and events and activities happening. So like I said, important to hear about future Queen's Walking Group exciting Zooms. Please follow us on Eventbrite. This Zoom is being recorded and it's being streamed right now through to YouTube. And it's also being streamed right now live on Facebook. Yeah. So please like, share, comment, subscribe in regards to the YouTube, on the Facebook live stream. It's being streamed through our page, We Love Health and Wellbeing. You can follow us on Instagram, Queens and Rudy J Media. So you can check us out on that platform as well. We actually have a newsletter. I'm telling you, there's just so many, so many ways in which we try and keep our Queen Kingdom community connected. So we've also got a newsletter, and that will go into the link. So people, have your pens, your pads ready, because we're about to kick off today's session. Our skin, our beautiful skin, our black skin sure does rock. And you better believe it. Yeah. We just rock. We are beautiful. Look in the mirror and tell yourselves just how beautiful you are. Yeah. And how much money people pay just to get this. Yeah. Lying in the sun just to get this. Come on. We are beautiful. So let's get into it. Everyone's skin is different. Black skin contains more melanin than lighter skin. Melanin producing cells may be more susceptible to the effects of inflammation and injury, which may be more noticeable in dark skin than in lighter skin. Different skincare routines benefit from different skin colors, according to the American Academy of Dermatology. This is due to variances in the structure and function of the skin. Some conditions that people with black skin may experience include acne, which includes pimples, whiteheads, and blackheads, changes in pigmentation, which causes areas of discoloration, contact dermatitis or inflammation that occurs from contact with an instant irritant or allergen, eczema, a skin condition that causes itchy, dry, and cracked skin. Yeah. There are so many conditions. So during this Zoom, our guest speakers will share top tips to care for our beautiful black skin. Yeah, we have presenters here on the platform, so I'm going to get you each to say a quick hello. Yeah, and then I'll let you know which one is going to go first. Yeah, so Susan, my darling, if you could unmute yourself. Susan is an educator, skincare expert, and CEO, founder, and owner of SB Skincare. So say a quick hello, Susan. How are you, my darling?
I'm fine.
You're here.
Hello, everyone.
You're welcome, and welcome to the platform.
Thank
We
you.
have got the wonderful Angela Andrew Brown, Angel Natural Skin Care. How are you, Angela?
Thank you.
You
I'm fine,
are?
thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Bless you. It's wonderful to have you on the platform. And we have.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. And the wonderful Antoinette. Antoinette Davis, CEO and founder of Etiano. And where are you coming in? I'm so jealous.
Pardon?
Where are you coming in from?
We're coming from beautiful Jamaica.
Oh,
We're having a bright, sunny, shiny day here in Jamaica.
I'm going to mute you now. Don't tell us things like that. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really honored, and it's a real privilege to all have you all on the platform. So, Queens, get ready to glow, shine, revive that beautiful skin. Queens, our black skin really does rock. So we're going to kick off tonight with Susan, who's going to be talking about hyperpigmentation. Yeah. So Susan, you ready to kick off for us, my darling?
I am. Hello, everyone. So I'm talking about hyperpigmentation and how to treat it. It's a very broad topic, and I will do my best to, pick the salient points, what you need to know, and then you can obviously Google the information and learn more about how to care for Black skin, which is more prone to hyperpigmentation. Now, hyperpigmentation is a very broad word, like I've said, and it's an umbrella term used for an overproduction of melanin, which is shown by dark patches on the skin, predominantly the face. When somebody has hyperpigmentation, the person needs to know specifically which type, because it's got different types. One of the main ones is PIH. I'm sure many of you have heard it, and that refers to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. That is usually caused by trauma. So you can see that in maybe acne, insect bites, like you said earlier, Joan, psoriasis, dermatitis, and any sort of inflammation of the skin, which has some trauma, even with spots or pimples, pustules that are actually picked at, it can heal and leave a scar. So those are the main attributes of PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And then the next major one is melasma. So melasma is also popularly known as the mask of pregnancy, because it's hormonally induced, and you see that a lot in pregnant women. Most of the time, it will clear up quickly after delivery, sometimes not, but that's why it is also known as the mask of pregnancy. So melasma is hormonally induced, as seen in pregnancy, and also some types of contraceptives that are used for birth control, or certain drugs. It's also induced by heat. And when I say heat, I mean the major cause is obviously UV rays from the sun. Got the UVA and the UVB, which the sun causes. And that's why we need to protect our skin from the sun. We also have lentigines, which is known as sunspots, and also freckles. All these come under melasma. Now, I'll quickly go through some of the triggers of hyperpigmentation. So one of the main triggers is heat. It could be heat from the sun, or even heat from some of our everyday activities like cooking. So for someone who cooks who does more cooking and is exposed to heat in the kitchen, you could be prone to hyperpigmentation, especially if you already have that. It can make it worse, or it can develop by that. And also things like exercises like hot yoga, and things like even blow drying our hair, ladies with the hair grooming, you've got the blow dryer sometimes directly on your face. And if you do that often, it can stimulate the overproduction of melanin. And also some hot and spicy foods can cause it, and as well as soy in the diet. Soy is also a major cause of hyperpigmentation. So with the background of what triggers that, I'll quickly go a bit scientific. Now, we've got the melanin producing pathway, which is called melanogenesis. And that is where the melanocyte produces the pigment melanin, which is then transported through the keratinocytes to the surface of the skin, which is the stratum corneum. So to understand it, just think about a house. The house is the melanocyte, the people in the house is the melanin, and the melanosomes is the vehicle or the transport means. So when anything goes wrong, like we've already said, trauma, whatever it is, it will quickly stimulate more production, therefore more melanin, and then this triggers the melanosomes to then transport it to where it needs to be, which is on the stratum corneum, the topmost layer of the epidermis, and it is then seen as dark patches on the face or the skin. So that's just a little bit of the science part of it. So when it's not happy and there's new visitors or anything goes wrong, then it quickly sets itself to produce more. And we normally see this in darker skin, Asian, olive-colored skin, because we tend to have more melanin. And therefore, if anything is triggered on the surface of the skin, it will quickly send alarm bells to produce more. And that is why it's typical with people who have dark skin. Now, I'll quickly talk about some of the treatments. Before I go there, I want everybody to know that it's not about having one cream or the best cream. And that is why if you have this and you're struggling with it, I would always say you should see a skincare professional or a doctor if it's that bad. It's not just one cream. It's also in combination of creams or ingredients that have inhibitors of tyrosinase, which is an enzyme that causes the pigment to produce the melanin. So these creams, we call them tyrosinase inhibitors. They kind of suppress it or try to break the cycle. So it is with ingredients in a cream. Lifestyle changes is also very important in our general skincare routine. So it is not one cream fixing the problem. It's a combination of that, good skincare routine, and lifestyle changes. So I will talk about exfoliating. So one of the things that you can do for your skin is to gently exfoliate at least once or twice a week. And when I say gentle exfoliation, I mean using an exfoliant that is not physical or that doesn't have the granules, more of the chemical ones that will produce a buffing effect on the surface of the skin, and that aids desquamation or the shedding of dead skin. And by so doing, because our skin produces dead cells after about 28 days, when you're getting much older, it increases to about 42 days. So here you see that you need to assist this process of desquamation or getting rid, you need to assist the skin a little bit as you're growing older to shed the dead skin, to allow the new skin that has been produced to come up and, to see the beautiful new skin. So with hyperpigmentation, it's very important to gently exfoliate so that you're slowly shedding the old skin to allow new skin and beautiful skin to appear. I always advise not to go too harsh, because if you over-exfoliate, then you can trigger injury, trauma, and an overproduction of melanin. So it's a vicious cycle. So we need to go gentle with exfoliation, especially with our darker skins, and really know our skin type. I will say here a little bit about our skin types, because it's knowing your skin type, that is when you know how to actually treat it. So if you are a very oily skin person, you will be looking at exfoliating a little bit more than if you were too dry. So you need to know your skin type. You either fall into the oily, the dry combination category, or if you're lucky, normal skin. But most people fall into either dry, oily, or combination. So know your skin type and use a gentle exfoliant. Some of the ingredients that help are things like vitamin C. It's a skin brightener. It helps with brightening the skin and, hyperpigmentation, helping with acne scarring, lightening dark spots and patches on our skin. Vitamin C is a good one. We've got mulberry extract. So if you're buying your products, it's good to read the ingredients, especially the first 3 ingredients or what we call the INCI list on your products, because about the first 2 or 3 will actually tell you those have more of that ingredient in the product. So you need to learn how to read your ingredients. So vitamin C, mulberry extract, we've got kojic acid, we've got the alpha abutane, licorice root extract. We've got recently cysteamine, it's the Cispera. They have come up with a product which is fantastic, quite expensive, but a good one to fade acne scars. We also have green leaf extract. Products that have green leaf extract can help. Retin A, retinols, they are very good for hyperpigmentation. So you obviously have to know which kind will suit your skin. You can seek advice from skincare professionals. And also tranexamic acid. Some people take it, it can be taken orally or it can be applied topically. So tranexamic acid is also a very good one, which helps to decrease inflammation and helps to lighten scarring or dark patches on the skin. So apart from this, we also will be looking at things like moisturizing the skin. It's not just, using the cream, but like I said earlier, it's a combination of a good skincare routine as well. So you should be looking at choosing the right moisturizers for your skin type. One of the main type of moisturizers that are wonderful is ones that have unsaturated fatty acids. Why do I say that? Because they affect the penetration of our treatment products. And they help to decrease the tyrosinase function. And like I said before, tyrosinase is the enzyme which aids in producing melanin. So the idea of using tyrosinase inhibitors is to kind of break that cycle, and that is why they are called inhibitors. Oleic acid and linoleic acid, they are 2 good unsaturated fatty acids that one can use in your moisturizer. So you always read and check the ingredients. So if you're moisturizing well, it is going to heal your skin. So it's not just about putting a cream to brighten your skin, but you need to be using a good product that matches your skin in terms of cleansing and also, exfoliating with the right products so that these products you're using to treat the problem can penetrate into the skin. Many times we see people who have oily skin, but yet have dry skin. This is a complex process, which then means that the oil that is producing underneath the skin gets trapped. It can't come out because of surface dryness. And the product that you're trying to use to help with the hyperpigmentation cannot penetrate. So you need to make sure that your cleansing and is top notch. Cleansing is about 60–70% of a good skincare routine. So to get good results, you need your foundation to be healthy. You need your skin to be healthy. You cannot treat hyperpigmentation with an unhealthy skin. So what I would say is that you have to bring your skin to a good level of health. How do you do this? With a good skincare routine and a good products that matches your skin type. So as I said earlier, it is a complex combination of these things that will actually cause the creams that are targeted for hyperpigmentation to actually work. The last I would say is prevention. We can do certain things to prevent hyperpigmentation, and these are things that we have to commit to doing daily. One of the things is, not exposing your skin to the sun. So this would be seen by every day putting on UV protection in form of a sunscreen. I can't emphasize that enough. And this has to be every day, even in the winter, for those of us who live in these parts of the world, because UVA, which is, the UV rays that causes aging, it is one of the biggest, causes of aging and hyperpigmentation. So sunscreen is the last layer when you've, washed your face, you've toned up, you've used a serum, you've moisturized in the morning, then you put your sunscreen, which is the last thing you put on before your makeup. Or if you don't make up before you go out, sunscreen is vital. It is vital, and this should be done every day. You can't do it today, leave your skin 1 week and do it. It's not going to help. So these as well help to prevent it in the first place, or will prevent what you already have from getting worse, as well as broad brim hats in the summer, especially, or those who live in the tropical countries. If you are going out, make sure you, apart from having your sunscreen, you're wearing a broad brim hat and sunglasses. Sunglasses is no longer just for fashion. It is vital, and I can't say that enough, because you see the skin around our eyes is the thinnest. I think it's 0.5 mm or something, but it's the thinnest in the body. And that is where we age most quickly. So when the sun hits there, apart from the hyperpigmentation that can cause, it can age you very quickly. And you can usually tell a person's age looking at their eyes, or so it's said. Why? That is the reason, because the skin there is very thin. And when the sun, it's exposed to the sun, it quickly, also ages it. So you need your sunglasses, and also the sun visors that are in the car. Sometimes there's sunglasses is there. You put that back on your face. It's so hot. That is a no-no. So you need to put on your sunglasses. Keep your sunglasses in a cool place and use it. So I think if there's no questions, this is about a brief narration of, hyperpigmentation, what it is, treating it, and some preventative measures that we can all do to prevent it or to treat it. So thank you very much, and I hope this has helped. Thank you.
Just realised I was muted. Thank you very much for that really, really interesting presentation around hyperpigmentation. Do you know by any chance what percentage of women suffer with this kind of condition?
You mean the hyperpigmentation,
Yes.
or I think it's quite prevalent in Black skin or women of color. Because we just genetically, we produce a lot of melanin anyway. And many a times we're not taking the appropriate measures to prevent it. So, sometimes even sitting at home and working near a window, you might think, oh, I'm not going out. Why do I need a sunscreen? So it's very prevalent. I don't know the actual, percentages and all that, but I know it's something that is quite bothersome to people of color and then Asian skin as well. It's quite prevalent.
Okay. And I've got another question to. So what's the correct way to exfoliate your face, and how often? I mean, you said it twice a week? You touched on that. So yeah. I mean, what's your routine? Because I mean, you look like you're glowing.
So with exfoliation, you should know your skin type. I think, like I said, if you are somebody who has very dry skin, you really shouldn't be exfoliating often. I mean, I would say maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, because you see the exfoliation, the complex part of it is that if you overdo it, then you do more harm than good. So there has to be a good balance. If you are an oily skin person, I think you could do with about 2 times a week, not every day, no. And also like for me, I exfoliate. And I think it's not so much about, the exfoliation as also using the right products. I always tell people with exfoliating, using these exfoliants that have the granules, you see, actually those things cause hyperpigmentation in black skin, because what we do is we use, I don't know if you guys know this apricot scrub or apricot, how where it had all these granules and people were using it on their face, and actually they go rub thinking that the more I rub, the more it's I'm doing my skin good, but actually it is wrong, or it's actually giving you injuring your skin, because you see what happens is the granules, they cause micro tears in the skin. And these are tears that your physical eyes can't see, and you may not even have pain, but in time then they are leaving uneven skin patches. You might find that as time is going on, your skin is a bit uneven, you're seeing darker patches and you don't quite get it, but sometimes it could be the product you're using to exfoliate. So what I advise, I never use exfoliants with granules. I use chemical exfoliation, which is the ones that have chemicals. So you don't need to rub it. They are the AHAs, like the mandelic acid, the glycolic acid. They actually can penetrate right into your skin. So you put it on your skin and you leave it on. After a while, you wash it off and you have exfoliated, because it's chemical. And if you would use a physical exfoliant, you have to know that the granules are gentle. You have to read it. But I never use exfoliants with granules, just for the fact that rubbing it on your skin can actually be worse for somebody who is already prone to having scars from acne and having hyperpigmentation. The last thing you want to do is, causing that on yourself by using the wrong products.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you for that. I've got one more question. Can Black women really get rid of discoloration?
Yes. Discoloration as in dark patches, acne scarring. Yes. I mean, I didn't say, but obviously, if you do these things we've discussed and you're not getting any joy, you can see a dermatologist or go to places that do, chemical peels and mesotherapy. This is beyond what you can do at home, but you need to go to somebody who looks like you or understands what treating black skin entails. Because if you go to any place, lasers, they can damage your skin. So before you go anywhere, you need to do your research. You need to probably book an appointment and go to the person providing it. If your gut instinct feels right, you would know. If you're not feeling too good about it, you leave, because you don't want to injure your skin. Because if you go to the wrong place and they do the wrong chemical peel or the wrong mesotherapy, that is it for you. You have only one face and you want it to look beautiful for as long as. So yes, microdermabrasion, I saw somewhere on the screen. Yes, that can also peel off dead skin and reveal beautiful skin. But I think people overuse it. You have to be very careful, because microdermabrasion, if it's not done properly, it can also cause problems for your skin. But yes, with the combination of the ingredients that I've mentioned, like the mulberry extract, these are all tyrosinase inhibitors. You want to inhibit or stop that cycle of the melanin production. You want to break it. So by using that, you're kind of breaking the cycle. So like I said, it's not one thing, it's a combination. So if you're using these, I can give you The Ordinary. They do very good. They have niacinamide, very good niacinamide, and azelaic acid, the Ordinary skin range, Paula's Choice, the Inky List. There's a lot, but you need to seek a skincare expert advice or know how to read the Inky Lists, because if you don't know these things, you can buy the most expensive cream and it's not going to work. So it can be done with good creams that have the ingredients I've mentioned. good skincare routine from your cleansing to your using of sunscreen and good lifestyle changes. You know,
It's never ever just one thing, is it?
no,
It's never
so
ever
you should
just
be
one
doing
thing.
all these
Yeah,
things,
different
yes. But
things.
if it's persisting and you are struggling, then I would advise that you see a skincare professional or even a dermatologist, because they can do that. Or you can go somewhere where they can do you a chemical peel and mesotherapy. Those ones are kind of immediate. You see immediate changes if it's done properly and it's done well.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much for that, Susan. And I didn't even
Thank
do my
you.
introduction to you. We just launched into, I mean, I've been so excited about this session.
Oh, thank you.
So Susan is an educator, skincare expert, and CEO and founder and owner of SB Skincare. She specializes in skincare therapy with an emphasis on darker skin tones. Susan is a qualified beauty therapist with a passion for educating individual and organizations in skincare. So Susan, you've given us a wealth of information and knowledge this evening, and I can feel the passion in you as well.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
So please hang around. We're going to be asking a couple of questions further towards the end, because we've got our wonderful moderator, Montrese, on the platform. And people have come in late, so can I welcome everybody again to the platform? This is the Queen's Our Black Skin Rocks session, part 2. Welcome everybody. And you've just heard from the wonderful Susan all about hyperpigmentation. So we're going to move on to our next guest speaker, Angela Andrews, Brown Angel Natural Skin Care. Angela is a qualified aromatherapist and founder of Brown Angel Natural Skin Care, which is about products made with natural and plant-based ingredients to help heal and restore skin from outside in. There's no perfumes, parabens, or harsh chemicals, but an amazing essential oils. So welcome.
Oh, thank you for that.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Over to you, my darling. And this evening you are going to be, what are you going to share with us? Remind me.
Well, I was going to do about exfoliating your skin. I've listened to Susan regarding hyperpigmentation, and exfoliating your skin is very crucial in terms of getting rid of all the additional oils. So I was going to do about exfoliating, and I've also bought my product. And I noticed that Susan was saying about apricot kernels, but I actually do use apricot kernels in my product. And it's quite fine. It's a creamy consistency of very fine grated apricot kernel, which does help in terms of buffing the skin and to more or less getting rid of the dead cells in a gentle fashion. So I was going to say about, how to exfoliate your skin, and more or less Susan touched about how often you should do your skin. And then more or less what I was going to say is that the best time to exfoliate your skin is during the morning, because as you sleep, your skin makes natural oils. So it's best to exfoliate in the morning so that you can get rid of the excess oils that is made. Susan also touched about like chemical peels. Yes, they are brilliant in terms of hyperpigmentation. But when it comes to gently exfoliating your skin, natural products can also help. I've got 2 exfoliators that I make. Which one of them is lavender and tea tree, which is very good for oily skin, and again for people with pigmentation. And then I also do Palmarosa and geranium, which helps to retain moisture, because as we get older, especially like through menopause, and if we're suffering from other illness, our skin gets drier. So Palmarosa is very good in terms of retaining moisture into the skin. And geranium is also a very good essential oil to use for menopause or for more or less calming down the skin. So those are the two products that I'm doing. And I was going to demonstrate how to the motions to make when you're exfoliating your skin. Like, and more or less you can use tools, just as what Susan was saying. I use those natural bristle shaving brush. So if you haven't got an actual exfoliate, you can use like a face wash and use like a shaving brush and really scrub in like small motions for about 30 seconds on your skin, and making sure that you wash off with warm water, and that will help in terms of the dead cells as well as the dead skin and the oils on the surface of your skin. Now as I said, 30 seconds, and then wash off with lukewarm water. But to avoid exfoliating your face, if you've got wounds, if you've got cuts, or there's any like sun damage or anything which of concern, like to avoid until your skin is healed. As Susan stated, having a good skincare regime is very important for us. And I think sometimes we do not invest in in good skincare routine, and we don't stick to it, because that is the key to good, healthy skin. Also, your diet is another thing that you need to watch in terms of looking at what you eat, and in terms of hydration. Sugar is very important, because some of us eat too much or too little sugar. You should really have the limit for women is 6 teaspoons per day. And I think even though some might take sugar in teas and what have you, you should also look at the hidden sugars in your diet, because that also helps or interfere with hydration of the skin. Men is different, because men have thicker skin than us. But when it comes to women, we should at least have 6 tablespoons of sugar, and that's our maximum, to help in terms of hydration.
So I didn't realize I've been put on mute. My apologies.
Sorry?
So I've just been put on mute. I didn't realize.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So exfoliating your skin two, 3 times a week. If you've got if your skin is really oily, less than that. Because as I said, the more you exfoliate, the more oils you are producing. So again, watch your skin, watch your diet, and then you will have healthier skin.
I've got a couple of quick questions.
Mm-hmm.
So besides, we talk about drinking water to keep ourselves hydrated.
Yes.
So what's the best tactics for Black women to keep their skin ultra hydrated, especially like, we're here in the UK and it's freezing cold. So what sort of tactics could you use to just keep yourself looking ultra hydrated, skin looking healthy?
Okay, oils are excellent for our skin, especially like during the winter months where it's quite harsh. Oils are very good because they're full of minerals and vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and all the other minerals like zinc and magnesium that we need. So when you get up in the morning and you wash your face with and try a sulfate-free wash that doesn't actually dry out the skin, apply a light oil like jojoba or argan, coconuts, evening primrose, pomegranate. There's a lot of oils that you could use. If you've got oily skin, then fair enough, no. But if you haven't got,
how do you pick which oil? Because there is so much choice. So how do you pick which one? to you?
Okay. I would go for a jojoba because a jojoba matches your own natural oil in your skin. So that's a very good one for you to go for. And all you do is just a little apply a little on your face in the morning, and then you put your moisturizer on top. And then what you could do is look for creams which are shea butter based, mango butter, because they actually help retain moisture into the skin rather than to expose it. So what you could do is look at creams that will, as I said, like shea butter, virgin coconut oil, that would actually help in terms of a barrier that will help your skin. But oils are excellent because oil is like, again, a barrier, as I said, a jojoba, or even virgin coconut oil that will help in terms of barriers to your skin. I've mentioned sugar. Look at your sugar intake. Your sugar intake is very important because sugar operates in the system on a total different level, and it can affect your skin. Also, if you're taking medication, speak to your doctors in terms of how it does affect your skin. Blood pressure, that affects your skin. Menopause, that affects your skin. So you need to be talking to the professions. I use a lot of essential oils in my products, but you need to seek advice because sometimes the essential oils can interfere with the medications that you're on. Now, we spoke about mango butter and shea butter. They're full of minerals and vitamins for your skin. As I said, sulfate-free cleansers or face washes, they're very good in terms of not being so harsh to dry the skin out. When you're look at cleansers which are creamier consistence, because they will help also to hydrate the skin. And water is very important, and I don't think we realize how important water is in our system to be able to not just hydrate us, but to flush out all the toxins that's in our system. Winter is a time for we're resting. So you should then take the opportunity to flush out so you make new for spring. Does that make any sense?
No, it does. It does. It does. I'm just quickly looking in the chat. I'm going to go to the chat in a minute. So it's quite just to sort of like be able to look after your skin properly.
Yes.
It takes effort. It takes work.
It does take work, but you want the results, and anything that you want for a good result takes work.
Yeah,
you know, it's not overnight. It's about taking care of you for the duration of the time. Your skin will look after you if you look after it at the end of the day. Absolutely. You know. And Susan also touched about sunscreen. We need sunscreen, and even though there's melanin in our system, the melanin can operate. It's like a conduct for UVC rays. So you need to be able to protect our skin. You know, so sunscreen is really important for us. And yes, there's a delusion that we don't burn, or we're not as prone to skin cancers as much as the others. But statistics will tell us that we are prone to all the other disease, but it just takes longer to manifest in our system. So again, sunscreen is very important. And then work out and exercise. That's also very important for your skin and to help hydrate you, because as you're sweating, again, you're removing all that toxin from your system.
Well, I'm very much into the exercise, because I run the Queen's Walking Group. So we had a bad session this morning. So you're absolutely right. You know, it's a combination of things.
Yes.
And it's just those sort of like basic lifestyle changes, isn't it? You know, you
Yes.
drink the water, you diet, you have good diet, you exercise, supposed to get the sleep as well.
Yes.
It's lots of factors, you know, but like
Sleep
you
is
say,
very
you
important.
know, you need to put the work in to actually get the good results.
Yes, you do. You really do. Yeah.
So I've got another question, one last question. What's the most effective way to moisturize your face and body?
Effective ways.
Mm.
The most effective way, once you've cleansed your skin, you've toned, because tone is also a lot of people do not tone, and toning, using a toner on your skin helps it to more or less get rid of all the excess build-up and all the excess grime and what have you on your face. But it also helps in terms of your pH level, and it also helps to encourage other products to absorb better into your skin. So using a toner which is suitable to your skin type also helps the moisturizing process. During winter, then use a heavier type of cream. Like, as I said, those with shea butter or mango butter or with virgin coconut oil. Those are good in terms of lubricating the skin and also to soothe, nourish, because of all the vitamins and the minerals that it also has. And then you're good to go. You know, as I said, it takes time. When you're looking after your body, body scrubs. Body scrubs are good. Again, very similar to when you're exfoliating your skin. It gets rid of all the dead cells. It helps in terms of blood circulation, and then it helps to soothe and smooth your skin, and that prepares that for the moisturizing that you're putting on your skin.
Mm. Okay. Wow. I think I've been in a university lecture. So much information here, but it's all good quality information. My
Thank
darling,
you.
thank you so much for presenting this evening. And I want you to stick around. We've got a couple of questions at the end that we're going to throw out to the panel. So
Okay.
very, 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 very informative.
Thank you.
Thank you, my darling. Again, to the latecomers that have come onto the platform, if you're through to it's the Queen's Our Black Skin Rocks session this evening. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the platform. We are now streaming through to Facebook Live, and we're also streaming live through to YouTube. So just to welcome everybody across different platforms to this evening's session. To hear about future Queen's Walking Group events, please follow us on Eventbrite. As soon as we stick out the event, you'll get that instant notification to know what is happening. As I've said, this has been recorded, it's been live streamed across different social media platforms. It's been live streamed through to Facebook, We Love Health and Wellbeing page. You can check us out on Instagram, Queens and Rudy J Media. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it for now. So we're going to move to our last wonderful presenter, Miss Antoinette Davis. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm great, thanks. I'm raring to go.
You're raring to go. Well, let me just do a quick introduction to the great Antoinette Davis, CEO and founder of Eterno. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Eterno.
Eterno. Okay, Eterno. I'll have to ask you about that Eterno, where that came from. So Antoinette is coming in live and direct from Jamaica, the parish of, which parish are you in?
Manchester.
Manchester.
Cool. So we're in cool, Mandeville, Manchester.
Oh, wonderful. We're so happy to have you on the platform. Antoinette is one of Jamaica's leading personal and home care brands. An entrepreneur by nature, founded Eterno to fulfill her purpose, to contribute to her community, and to facilitate self-care, wellness, and health. After starting with a few hair care products 8 years ago, Mrs. Davis has now grown Eterno to manufacturing over 60 natural, ethically made products for skin, hair, body, and home care. And the company is currently exporting to country. You're sending your goods here all the way to the UK?
Yes,
Wow.
all the way to the UK.
You ship to the States, you ship to the Cayman Islands, France, Spain, all over. You really are international, my dear. And well done
Thank
you. Wow. Please.
Thanks for having me, Joan. I'm
You're
Anthony
welcome.
Davis, guys, and I'm going to share my screen. My presentation will be in the form of a PowerPoint presentation.
You're coming up. Right. Okay, yes, you've started sharing your screen.
Right, can you see?
We can see. You just need to make it a bit bigger. This is a larger screen.
How do I do this?
That's it. Yeah, that was the right one. That one, yeah.
Are you seeing?
It's still small. Why is it still small? If you press on the one next to the X should make it bigger. Should make your screen bigger.
Still not seeing it?
We can see it.
But you're still seeing me.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
No, you're sharing the screen. Just click on from the beginning on your top toolbar, and you'll see from the beginning. Just click on that, and your slideshow will start. Next one up.
Or inside?
No, next one from the beginning.
Oh, from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
it.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we can
all
see
good,
that now.
all
Wonderful.
good, all good.
Okay, I'm Antoinette Davis, and I'm the CEO and formulator. In Jamaica, we say I'm the head cook and bottle washer of the brand. And I've been committed to skincare and hair care and everything personal care for the past 9 years. I'm passionate about helping people, empowering women in particular, and just helping them walk it into their purpose. Because, I mean, when we have a great hair day, I mean, everything goes well, right? When our skin is doing well, we can function better. And so that was my passion, to bring something that would help to change lives, increase self-esteem, increase your confidence, etc. Today, we're going to be discussing skincare, what it is, why we need a skincare routine, and things to consider when we're creating a skincare routine. I'll also give you some skincare routines from my personal brand to that you can look at, that you can try. All right. What is skincare? Skincare is a range of practices that support skin integrity. It enhances its appearance and it relieves skin conditions. It's a deliberate effort to target and resolve your skin challenges and maintain your skin's health and appearance. Why do we need a skincare routine? We need one because when we consistently take care of our skin, we're more likely to maintain its health and prevent skin conditions. So it's a preventative measure as well as a maintenance measure, right? We will also notice challenges very early when we have a skincare routine. And we need a skincare routine to address specific skin conditions. Now, all products will not work for every skin type. So we need to have a specific routine to resolve issues that, like acne and hyperpigmentation. Suzanne spoke extensively, a very good presentation, Suzanne. Suzanne spoke extensively about hyperpigmentation. So how we look at skincare, it's not a one size fits all. We have to first target, see what our skin type is, and then we move in. Create skincare routines for your specific skin type. And basically, self-care, taking care of yourself, make you feel better, make you have much more self-confidence. I mean, you spoke about your walking group this morning. I went walking this morning, and I mean, I've just been on a high from morning all day. It makes you feel better about yourself when your lifestyle changes. And just remember, guys, as Susan mentioned, it's not about just skincare and what we put on our face. It's also what we eat. It's also exercise and diet and basically taking care of ourselves, right? Investing in ourselves, make us feel better about ourselves. Let us be more productive. And as a result, it empowers us. So these are some of the things that we need to consider when creating our skincare routine. First of all, what's my skin type? Each skin type requires a different routine. As I said earlier, it's not a one size fits all. What challenges am I trying to address? Do I have a rough skin texture? Do I have a dry skin texture? What are the challenges? Is it acne? Is it hyperpigmentation? Is it eczema? Is it melasma? Is it, what else? Seborrheic dermatitis? What is it? And does my skin react to specific ingredients? We need to know all that sort of thing. Do I need a different routine for night or day? It can be expensive, but sometimes even as we age, we need 2 different routines, right? And how committed am I to a skincare routine? Your skincare routine should be something like brushing your teeth every morning. You know you have to brush your teeth. It's a normal part of your hygiene. You can't go to work without brushing your teeth or combing your hair. And so your skincare routine should be a priority and put in those list of hygiene care. And does it need to be long or short? It can be as short as 1, 2, 3, step 1, 2, 3. Depends, again, that's your basic routine, but it all depends on what you're trying to treat, right? All right, we're gonna look at some of the various skin routines for the various skin types. So for normal skin, we have a cleanser. We recommend you do it like this: cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize, right? I think it was Angela who spoke about your cleanser should be a cream cleanser. All our cleansers are cream-based cleansers. They're sulfate-free. All our products, by the way, are natural, sulfate-free, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, silicone-free. And so our cleanser here is Purifying Cleansing Cream. It is a combination of surfactants. Those are the cleansing agents, as well as your butters, for example, cocoa butter, shea butter. Angela spoke about shea butter and mango butter. But I particularly like, shea butter is in this particular cleanser, but I particularly like cocoa butter because it's an occlusive. It prevents transepidermic water loss. So it kind of like provides a film over the skin, and it locks in moisture into the skin. So things like, look for ingredients in your cleansers or in your moisturizers that are occlusive, such as cocoa butter, allantoin, and silicones. So because we don't use silicones, we put cocoa butter and allantoin in certain products that are targeted for dry skin. Understand? So that's our cleansing cream, and it has palmarosa, rose essential oil, lavender essential oil, as well as things like vitamin B5, panthenol. It calms the skin, prevents inflammation. So this is also excellent for people with eczema, this particular cleanser. And then we move on. Oops, I need to go back to this one. And we move on to, how do I go back? How do I go back? I need to go back.
Use your arrows on your keypad. You see where you've got your arrows?
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so the next step is your toner. So this one in particular is for targeting normal to dry skin. So it has things like chamomile essential oil and chamomile floral water, or what you call chamomile hydrosol. So during the distillation process of making chamomile essential oil, the water that comes off it, that is called a hydrosol or a floral water. That is in there, as well as rose floral water and lavender essential floral water. If you see me looking up into the sky, I'm trying to remember, because I'm the formulator. I write the products, I make them from scratch. So I'm just trying to, I'm in my mind's eye, in my brain, I'm looking at the formula, right? So in this now, you have things like chamomile and rose floral water, lavender floral water, glycerin, because we want to use something called, also look for things in your ingredients list like humectants, such as Glycerin is a great humectant, sodium lactate, honey, something called hyaluronic acid, a very potent humectant. It holds like 1,000 times its weight in water. And so all these nuggets, these gems are in this particular toner. And just a little bit of witch hazel, because it's dry skin, you don't want it to be too astringent. You don't want to dry the skin too much. So that's the next step for your normal skin, your toner. And Super C Collagen is basically a vitamin C serum, and that helps with hyperpigmentation. That brightens the skin. It increases the collagen and the elastin strength, the elasticity of the skin. And what else is in there? Vitamin E is in there, CoQ10 is in there, the panthenol, things like vitamin B3, niacinamide is also in there, which helps also with hyperpigmentation and just brightening generally. And the next step is your cleanse moisturizer, which is our daily rejuvenated moisturizer. And in that, we basically took all the strong moisturizing ingredients and poured and created that particular product. Excellent, especially if you're in the winter area, in the UK or anywhere in the world that has very dry temperature, low temperatures, dry climate. And so things like, again, cocoa butter, shea butter is also in there. Something called kokum butter, which is an excellent healing butter, is in that moisturizer. Glycerin, again, hyaluronic acid, polyglutamic acid, which is something coming on to the in the skincare world, which is very new. But it's if you thought hyaluronic acid was it, this is even better. And so we constantly tweak our formulas, I'm constantly researching to see what exists and how we can make our things, our routines better, our products better, to get your skincare routine better, and as a result, your skin better, looking younger. So that's a routine for normal to dry skin. Find a cleanser that is cream based, means it has not just cleansing products, but it also has cleansing ingredients, but it also has creams, oils, oleic acid, oleic rich oils like olive oil, as well as occlusive butters like cocoa butter. I also mentioned a soap called Be Nourished, and that has things like cocoa butter and chocolate, oats, those sort of things in that soap, right? So that's a routine for normal or dry skin. Sensitive skin, we have to keep it as simple as possible. And we have this, we call it the Be Gentle soap. What it is basically is a pure Castile soap, pure olive oil soap. Back in the days, we had way back, this soap was actually, the name originated from a place in Spain called Castellon, and that's why they call it Castile. It's pure olive oil. And this works miraculously for people with extremely dry, eczema-prone skin. Babies, just newborn babies can use this soap, just born with eczema, and this is excellent. Right, and we spoke about the chamomile rose toning mist earlier. So the basic routine is cleanse, tone, moisturize. For sensitive skin, we have something called Age Defy Rehydrating Booster. It's pretty much a hyaluronic acid serum, very, very moisturizing. So, and it doesn't have any oils or much oils, just mostly essential oils that are very, very calming. And so we use it, we recommend it as a moisturizer for sensitive skin, as well as a moisturizer for oily skin. Why oily skin? I'll speak about that in the next slide. Why does oily skin need a moisturizer? All right. So for this now, we have another routine for oily combination, acne prone skin. And we have a soap called Be Balanced soap. And we also have a deep pore cleansing cream. We spoke about a purifying cleansing cream earlier that had the cocoa butter and the mango butter and the shea. But because this is oily skin, we can't put those ingredients in this cleansing cream. So we had to use things that are rich in linoleic acid, ricinic acid, things like that have astringent properties, like Jamaican black castor oil is in this cleansing cream, and it's also in the soap. Things like rice bran oil. So we are even though you're cleansing, you're still putting in back some emollients in the cleanser for oily skin. We're still keeping it moisturized. We're not drying it out, because you don't want to over dry the skin, because it's just going to cause a terrible cycle of reproducing more oils. We don't want that. So in the soap now, you see the various colors. So it has goat's milk, it has oatmeal calming the skin again. It has turmeric, that brown looking, yellow looking, orange looking part, that's turmeric. And it has activated charcoal, it has bentonite clay, it has multan emitic clay. So these are various clays that are used to pull oil from the skin. But again, as we say, we had to counterbalance it with linoleic rich oils. And just a little chemistry background, dry skin oily skin is lacking in linoleic acid. We have oily skin and a overproduction of oils because we have too much oleic acid in our skin, and that's why we produce. So as a result of that, we have to balance it with linoleic, and it's the opposite for dry. Right, so next step is the green tea toning mist, and we use green leaf, green tea, things like green tea extract, cucumber extract, honey, of course, is in there, glycerin is in there, hyaluronic acid, witch hazel, and essential oils such as geranium. And Angela spoke about it. I was excited when she spoke about it, because geranium calms the skin. It's very good for hormonal balancing of the skin. Panthenol, of course, to calm the skin, and allantoin for the occlusiveness. And as a treatment, we have our A to Z dark spot corrector, and this has things like licorice and kojic acid, licorice, tranexamic acid, some vitamin C's also in there. So it's a range of various ingredients that are excellent for hyperpigmentation that is in this treatment. That's just the dark spot, just to tip on the dark spots, right? And we finalize with your moisturizer, which we spoke about earlier, the Age-Defy Rehydrating Moisturizer. And people may say, why do I need to moisturize? Especially if I have oily skin, we still need to moisturize. There's a myth that blacks don't crack, but if we do not moisturize and then seal it all off with a sunscreen, blacks will crack, all right? Okay, so this is basically a routine. The only difference is this is sensitive. If you have sensitive skin and a combination of sensitive or oily, or sensitive and acne, the only difference here is the soap that is different, because in this soap, it's almost like the Castile soap, but we have added something called calendula petals and something called rose clay. So those will help to pull the oils, but it's also still very gentle for sensitive skin. For mature skin, we have something called Be Youthful soap. And we, in the Be Youthful soap, you find things like turmeric, goat's milk, of course. Goat's milk is in most of our soap except the pure Castile soap. Goat's milk and turmeric and sea clay and sea moss. Carrot, pumpkin. So you see those items coming out because those are rich in beta carotene, right? And those are very good for mature skin. And then there's a toner for it. We spoke about the vitamin C serum and the Age-Defy Rehydrating Serum. And one of the things that we also recommend for mature skin, which I'm going to speak about afterwards, I'm not sure if it is here, is the use of sealing in everything with an oil. We have an oil serum called Olea de Serena that is a pure when I say pure, all natural oils, oil-based facial oil that is used now. I'd recommend that at night. Even though I have oily skin, I still use it at night because it really plumps the skin the next day. In terms of exfoliation, we recommend you. We also have things like a mask and exfoliants. So we have a mask for oily skin, we have a mask for normal to dry skin, and we have one main exfoliant. Now, Angela spoke about the importance of granules. Susan spoke about the importance of using chemical exfoliants. What I have done, I've combined a very, very fine exfoliant called microdermabrasion crystals, the finest grade. And I've combined that with two chemical, naturally derived chemical exfoliants. And these are in the form of pineapple enzyme and papaya enzyme. Now, what these do is they slowly, gently remove the top dead layer of the skin, desquamation, and from a chemical perspective, whereas a very, very fine, you can barely feel it, microdermabrasion crystals give you a physical exfoliant. So the combination of both is excellent. We recommend you use it twice a week for oily, once a week for dry, sensitive, maybe never, until you have the Be Gentle soap has pretty much solved the sensitivity. And yeah, that's basically it. And it's also in a cream format, right? So what we have done is we have looked at all the various issues that Black skin, that melanated skin has had over the years. And we have looked to find a solution as best as possible for an individual. However, this is not written in stone. And so if you have a problem, we would still, and you do not find something that is specific for you, we still recommend you contact us via WhatsApp or on Instagram, and we will do a one-on-one, myself and you will do a one-on-one consultation wherever you are in the world. And we can create a routine for you. Now, I am not a doctor. No, there are certain issues that I would say to you, sorry, head to your dermatologist, right? Because I am not a doctor. I'm just a chemist, a formulator. I have some amount of experience in this field. And so basically, in wrapping up, skincare routines help to maintain our skin's health. And everybody has their own skin needs. Every skin has its own needs, its own issues, and as a result, its own solutions. And just doing it, I think it was Angela who said it's not an overnight thing. It's being consistent. It's just like walking. We can't lose weight the first day you go out to walk, right, Joan? But over time, give it 6 months, give it a year, don't stop. Keep doing it, keep doing it. What we invested in our skin when we were in our 20s, now that I'm in my 50s, I can relax. Mind you, I couldn't have afforded the Olays and the oil of Olays and those sort of things. But the important thing is consistency, and it's never too late to start your skincare routine. If you have any further questions, you can email us. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. You can WhatsApp us. Thanks for having me. I hope I was able to shed some light on skincare routines for Black skin for everyone today.
Antoinette, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, my darling. Very, 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 very educational, and to hear it
You're
from
welcome.
a very natural perspective. Pineapple and papaya. It's like, explain to me a little bit about that. So how do you...
Okay, so from a chemical point of view, we have the pineapple enzyme and the papaya enzyme. And those work to slowly soften the dead skin cells. Dead skin cells are protein, so it softens the protein and it sheds it. Similarly to what Susan spoke about when she spoke about chemical exfoliants like AHA, the acids, it's a similar thing. It's just that these are in the form of the pineapple enzymes, right? Okay. And we marry that now, we combine that with a very, very mild exfoliant, microdermabrasion crystals, and those together, they exfoliate the skin from both perspectives.
Mm, mm.
And it's in a cream form.
Yeah, that's fascinating, 'cause I've never heard of that before. So that's something completely,
Yeah, I came up with that.
completely new. I've never heard, not with the pineapple and the papayas and that kind of combination. So that's really, really interesting. I've got a couple of questions. So my first question is, what are the biggest misconceptions Black women have about skincare? Besides thinking, you know, black doesn't crack.
I think one of the misconception is that we do not have to wear sunscreen because we are not going to be affected. Another misconception is we can party all day, drink any amount of alcohol, eat anyhow, and we will still have good skincare. But the amount of sleep you get, it's all about lifestyle. It's all about investing in yourself. The amount of sleep you get at night, the amount of the least damage you put into your body, into your liver, in the form of alcohol and even food. Overeating will affect your liver. There's something called fatty liver disease as a result of fat. And so based on your lifestyle, being sedentary, all of those things can affect your skin in the long run. We won't see it in our 20s. Maybe by the time we reach 35, we'll start seeing something. And by the time we're 50, everything popped out.
You put it so eloquently. But you know what, you've just got to talk the truth, haven't you? You can't pretty the thing up.
No, we can't. And one of the things I would love, I'm sure Suzanne and Angela are playing their parts in the UK. One of the things I'm trying to do here in Jamaica is to tell these young girls, take care of your skin. Do not cover it with makeup. This is the heavy layers of foundation and whatever else they put on. Skincare is more important than makeup. Take care of the foundation, the base.
Yeah. That's a very, very good idea. Good advice. Very, very good advice. I mean, strong foundation, that's going to keep the whole thing up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And finally, how often should we be getting facials? And if anything, can we just do our own kind of facials indoors?
I'm sure we can. We have a routine where we give you at home spa treatment, a self-care treatment at home. So it's the same format: cleanse, tone, moisturize. And there's a part where if you want, you can steam your face or use a hot towel and all of that. We have the exfoliating part. We have putting on a mask. All of that, we recommend that maybe once a month. But if you want to go to the extreme of getting chemical peels, we do not recommend you do that at home. We recommend you go to your esthetician or go to your dermatologist. Let the professionals do their job. Okay. Right? And I'm sure Suzanne will concur with that, and Angela. But a basic facial at home is quite fine, where we cleanse, tone, exfoliate, do your masking, tone, and moisturize. And that's your self-care, day or night. Saturday is my day. I just relax and chill and do my routine.
Okay. So it's really about having me time, isn't it? And I mean,
me time is so very important. I mean,
all of you have sort of like, you know, in a way, shared the same kind of message. It's about setting that time aside for you and have a routine in place. So I suppose if you don't invest in yourself, you know, it's a bit like what you said before, the whole thing just popped down.
Yes, invest in yourself tomorrow so you can reap something to later on, and when we're in our 70s, you know.
Yeah. And we can look good as we age. So it's really about, you know, like you say, just having that routine, investing in yourself, and just putting the right measures in place to have that kind of like longevity. I mean, it's nice when you go out and you know,
educate yourself, get your lifestyle
absolutely
changes involved, your lifestyle treatments involved, your diet, your exercise. It's a holistic approach, Joan. It's a holistic approach. It's not a one, as Angela says, or is it Suzanne? It's not a one cream for everything.
Yeah.
It's a holistic thing.
And it's really interesting now, you all of you are talking about, you know, it's about finding about your skin types. So again, I suppose you'd have to go to a professional and they would do some kind of test, or how does that work? Because there's probably people on here thinking, well, how do I know what skin type I am? Okay,
basically, if by midday you're still dry and you're always dry, flaky, your skin is always dry and flaky, then pretty much it's normal to dry skin. If your T-zone is oily, especially your nose by midday, then I would say that's oily combination, right? Mm-hmm. Then of course, there is sensitive skin, and everybody knows if they have sensitive skin, right? Whether it be eczema or whatever other conditions, then we know there's another, you can't just go and pick up something off the shelf. Yeah. And in your research, you have to look at labels. Labels will tell you everything. Look at, it should say for sensitive or for oily or for dry. And then again, look at your ingredients. Absolutely. I don't want an oily person, for example, to pick up something with cocoa butter in it. Olive oil, no. Yeah. Shea butter, no. Not for oily people.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you for answering that. What I'm actually,
you're welcome.
Well, thank all of the presenters. And what I'm going to do is move across to the chat, and our wonderful Montrese, who's from Dare to Be Natural, has been moderating the chat for us. So my darling Montrese, do you want to come through, and are there any particular themes that have come up or questions that people have asked? We can take a couple, and we can also take a couple of questions from guests on the platform tonight. All that I ask is that you put your camera on, so we're not talking to a black screen, and say where you're coming in from, and you can ask your question. But let's go across first to the to Montrese. So do we have any questions in the chat we can pick up? Let's have a look here. Hello, Montrese, are you there?
She's still on mute.
Oh, asked to unmute. Sorry, I've asked to unmute you. Oh,
there we go.
There you go, my darling.
Hi there.
Hey.
Oh, what a fabulous time! Each presenter was just like, wow. The amount of knowledge shared is just gold, like always. Just gold. I hope people took lots of. I was trying to write down everything and be in the chat. It was just ridiculous. I couldn't. So I'm going to watch the replays. Susan did a great job, where's she? Let me see her, of answering some of the questions. So I'm going to just pop to a few that were asked while she was speaking. And Susan, if it's one that you already answered, just like give me a thumbs up and we can skip that question. Or maybe, because I don't know if you put the answers in the chat. Someone asked, can you recommend a good sunscreen?
In terms of sunscreens, you'd be looking out for one that has zinc oxide and mineral-based sunscreen. It's quite tricky with the sunscreens. I mean, I do stock very good sunscreens if anybody wants to contact me for it. That's what I use. But I will advise that, you know, people read what actually, because some of the sunscreens for black skin, you get this white film on your face, which most people don't like. And so you need a sunscreen that probably has a tinted color that will sit well on our kind of skin. Because I know for myself, I kind of struggle to get a good sunscreen. But yeah, do your research. If it has zinc oxide, that means it's good. And also mineral-based sunscreens. And also one thing I would say about sunscreens is it's not just applying it once in the morning and going off. You would probably want to keep it in your bag. There are sunscreens that are powder, come in a powder form, which you can dab on your makeup during the day, because you have to keep topping it up and keep it going. But if anybody wants a recommendation, you can contact me with regards to that, or do your research and get one with zinc oxide.
Cool.
So is it just zinc oxide? Zinc oxide and what else did you say?
mineral-based sunscreens are good also. Yes, but zinc oxide is the main ingredient.
And where you said you can get, did you say you can get them color tinted? I didn't know that.
Yes, I mean, the one that I have and I use is tinted, so you don't get that white, film on your face, because a lot of people complain that, once I put that on, I have this white film and it disrupts makeup. Yeah, so the one Rejuve, I do stock Rejuve products, and they've got a fantastic one. I don't have the sunscreen in my range, but the one I stock in Rejuve is very good. It has the zinc oxide, it's mineral-based, it has the tint, and once you apply it, it disappears. So you don't see any film on your face, and it makes the skin ready for your makeup. So it's quite good, and I do like it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Back over to you, Montrese, my darling.
Cool, thank you. Someone asked Angela if she would suggest using rice oil on their face. She's muted.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh, hi, did you say rice?
Rice oil.
Rice oil. I don't really use rice oil on my face because it's very light. I would combine that in say a hair product where I've got the heavier oils like shea butter and the cocoa butter. But on my face, I haven't really used rice oil. And I would have to look into that. My main oils are argan, jojoba, I do Camilla, I do even black seed, castor oil, pomegranate, Evelyn Primrose. Those are the oils that I seem to, for facials and for face. That's those. And when it comes to the rice oil, I put that with rice, onion, and garlic oil. That's really good for hair.
Okay, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Antoinette, someone asked if you could recommend a cream or a lotion for scarring on the chin from the removal of hairs.
We have our Super C, our vitamin C serum can work. The Super C collagen and elastin booster, that can help, as well as our A to Z dark spot corrector. But our routine would be more suitable. So go back to your skin type, because exfoliating that area will also help remove or prevent more hair from coming there as well. So it's a routine that you'll need to create, or we need to create for you based on your skin type, but you need to be exfoliating that area at least twice a week if you have oily skin. And something like this, a vitamin C serum or A to Z dark spot corrector serum will help remove those spots in that area.
Cool. Thank you. There's a few more. Joan, you want me to keep going?
We can take a couple more.
All righty. This will be to any of the presenters that wishes to share. Someone asked, how do you safely get rid of skin tags?
Skin tags can be removed via diet. When you change your diet, they will just drop off. One, it's a hard diet though. One, and two, going to your dermatologist to get them removed. They're going to grow back. But going to your dermatologist to get them removed is probably the way to go.
Tea tree oil is also quite good to remove skin tags, but I agree with Antoinette that they need to go and seek professional help before they start dabbling with
experimenting, right?
Yeah, with their face, because at the end of the day, you don't know what harm that you might be creating. Essential oils are good, but as I said, if you're on medication or you're not sure, consult your GP or dermatologist.
Thank you for
Very
that.
good. Susan, there was when you were talking, there was a list of ingredients that you mentioned that we should be looking for in terms of treating hyperpigmentation. is there something, do you have something on your website, or can you put a list in the chat, suggest a few that you mention them again?
Yes, yeah, I can put it in the chat, but yeah, so the ingredients or the tyrosinase inhibitors that you'll be looking out for, one of them is the mulberry extract. So products that have mulberry extract, also alpha-arbutin is one of them. And then I mentioned cysteamine. It's a new product that has come up called Cispera. That is a really good one that one can purchase. Products that have green leaf extract, it's also very good. I mentioned retinols. Retinols, they're quite good for anti-aging. It's not just for, you know, hyperpigmentation. Retinols are wonderful, used only at night. I do stock vitamin A, retinol, which is very good. It's gentle because you have to go easy or go slowly with the retinols. They can be very harsh. So if you're starting up, my advice will be to use very little, maybe one night, you know, after the other, not every night, because what it can do is it's a bit harsh, and if your skin is not used to it, it will give you a massive peeling. Your skin will literally peel. I've had that, and it's, you don't want that. But if used properly, according to your skin type, it is wonderful as well to tackle hyperpigmentation, and it's used only at night. If you use it in the morning, you go into the, you know, daylight, sunlight, you will burn. So it's important you use it at night. So retinol is one of them. And then I mentioned tranexamic acid. I know that some doctors prescribe it orally for people who have hyperpigmentation, which is very good. But also you can apply it topically on the skin. So there are creams that have tranexamic acid, which is fantastic for hyperpigmentation. I think those are about the main ones, but I'll pin it in the chat now as well. Vitamin C is another one. Kojic acid is another one. So there are quite a few that one can use. So I'll put them in the comments now.
Cool, very good. I think, should we do just one more, the last one?
That'd be great, thank you.
There was a question when Susan was talking, and I think Susan mentioned it, but I think Antoinette as well, and maybe you can confirm yours, Angela. But the question was, are there any brands that cater to hyperpigmentation? And I think I heard two of them say it. What about, am I right?
Yeah. I do actually make creams, and I do a cream for hyperpigmentation, which is lemon and carrot seed. It's all natural based products, which are excellent, and the research has come back to say that they are excellent oils for hyperpigmentation. Aloe vera is also very good for pigmentation, and tea tree, vitamin E. Those are all natural ingredients to help the skin, heal the skin from hyperpigmentation.
Okay, and we have two products in our line. The Super C Collagen and Elastin Booster. That helps with hyperpigmentation, and the A to Z dark spot corrector. So you can go on our website at tenuredjamaica.com, and you can look for those two products. Those will help with hyperpigmentation, along with the pineapple papaya facial scrub.
Yeah. The last thing, all of the presenters' information is in the chat. So all of you on this call tonight, make sure that you save the chat, because there's a wealth of information in there that you'll want to keep. And I think I am finished.
Thank you very much, Montrese from Dare to Be Naturals. And remind me, you do hair products?
Pardon?
Montrese? Oh, you gone back on mute. Oh,
I did. Sorry, I thought let me just be quiet. I do, right? And so one of the things I really loved when Susan was talking was about reading the inky names. Oh my goodness, I just got so excited about that because it's so important. And a lot of, even though I do hair care, a lot of what the ladies were saying today, some of it transitions, especially some of the ingredients transitions naturally to the hair care business and the hair care industry because some of those ingredients are multifunctional. And so yes, I make a sealing hair butter to help seal in the moisture in our hair. And wow, I just am still in awe about the beauty of this channel and its platform and the people and the presenters and the class and the information is just brilliant.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much for that, Montrese. So let's quickly, because we're going to be nearly finished now, we're going to open up the floor and we can probably 3 or 4 questions from the guests on the platform. Helen Jones, you've got your hand up. Apologies if you had to wait a little while for them. I'm going to ask to unmute you. Do you want to come and ask a quick question?
Hi, good evening, Queen.
Good evening, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening, all Queens. I used to be very, sort of fastidious, cleaning my face and everything.
Queen
but
Helen,
I understand.
Are you able to put your camera on, darling, so we can see you, so the presenters can see who they're
I tell you what, if I fiddle around with this, I don't want to get lost. Can somebody tell me how to do it?
You should have are you on a laptop?
No, I'm on my phone.
Right, so you should have something at the top of your screen. You can just tap it where you can unmute yourself and then you have your camera.
Is that the start the video button?
Start the video button. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, on this occasion, please do go ahead, my darling.
Yeah. And the last thing I was using was Elemis superfood oil, but I've since found out, and I associated it with that oil, that I've got the onslaught of cataracts, and that really scared me. So now I'm just using basic water on my face. Can anybody give me any heads up on what I should be doing going forward, please?
We would first need to know your skin type. Do you have any idea what your skin type is?
Well, I thought it was oily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anything that I do at the present moment, I want to avoid my eyes, because it's really scary being told that you've got the onslaught of cataract and, in about a couple of years' time, you might have to have it operated on. So it really freaked me out. So now I'm just using plain water. Now, what, please, is the best way forward? Any ideas?
Okay, we have a routine that I did in my presentation, but we can speak either via Instagram, DM, or Facebook, or Joan can give you my WhatsApp number and I can give you a routine.
Okay.
But basically you will need a cleanser for your oily skin.
Yeah.
And that cleanser has oils in it. So it also excellent for removing makeup.
Mm-hmm.
We have a cleanser, it's called Deep Pore Cleansing Cream. Or if you're into soaps, we have a soap for oily skin. We have a toner for oily skin called Green Tea Cucumber Toning Mist.
Yeah.
And your basic moisturizer would be Age Defy Rehydrating Moisturizer.
Okay. So how do I avoid my eyes? Do I put on an iPad or something, please?
You just avoid the eye area.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Avoid this area when applying the products.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you.
But everything is on our website, www.etenniojamaica.com.
Yeah, I've got that down.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that, Helen. Thank you. Does anybody else want to ask this is a fantastic opportunity to ask questions to one of our skincare industry experts. So if you've got a question, you can put your hand up. Love to have your camera on so we know who we're speaking to. If not, I'm going to draw this session to an end. So are there any further questions?
I also have a lot of videos talking about, similar to the last lady asking questions.
Who's that speaking?
Susan, sorry.
Oh, right, okay, hi.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought, so I'm saying that I've got a lot of videos as well, which can enlighten the lady who just asked the question in regards to oily skin, because most of the times it's not just being oily, she could also be dehydrated, and that's another, area. And I have a video on, dehydration and oily skin, dehydration and dry skin. So I think that would also help to know exactly what to do and how to boost, her skin to healthier levels.
Okay, all right, thank you very much for that. We've got Emma. I'm going to ask her to unmute you, Emma. You've got your hand up. If you're able to put your camera on so we know who we're speaking to, and welcome to the platform.
Hi, I am also struggling with camera here, so I'll try.
You're here, right. Hello, welcome to the platform.
Hopefully you guys can see me now.
Yeah, I can see you. Welcome. Where are you coming in from?
From the UK, from just outside of London.
Okay, welcome to the platform.
Thank you.
So what would you like to ask?
I wanted to understand, out of all the products that have been talked about today, which ones would be pregnancy safe?
All of our products are natural and are safe for women during pregnancy.
Okay.
That's from my perspective. I'm not sure about it, various acids and all of that. I'm not sure because we don't really.
Okay. Susan, do you have a comment?
I have a range of skincare products for pregnancy, pregnant women, in terms of like using safe essential oils, for body oils, face creams, washes. If you go on my information, my SD, or in my Facebook group, you will see a lot of information about products and more or less about skincare, how to take care of your skin. So I actually do a range that would help, and it's all safe and tested.
Specifically for pregnant women?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Susan, do you have a comment to make, please?
I'll just say, with regards to Emma's question, to probably avoid the AHAs like glycolic acid, because the molecules have different sizes. So with glycolic, it goes straight into the skin and it penetrates deeper. So, in terms of safety while pregnant, I would say to try and avoid AHAs, especially glycolic. You could go for the lactic or mandelic, which have bigger molecules, so they won't seep deep into the skin till, baby has arrived.
Okay. Does that help, Emma?
Very much so. Thank you very much.
And the lactic is a little gentler than the glycolic. So because it's a larger molecule, it's not as fast moving, acting as the glycolic, but it's gentler. And as a result, it may take a little while to see results, but it's happening. Something is happening.
Okay. Does that help, Emma, to answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you. I mean,
do I dare to ask, are you expecting?
Yes, I am.
Oh, bless you. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Safe landing.
I hope so.
All the best. Well, we'll take one more question. If anybody else wants to ask anything, this is a fantastic opportunity to get industry expert advice. So if there's nobody else coming through, I'm going to ask each of my presenters, what is the one piece of advice you could give in regards to our black skin, which definitely rocks? So Susan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I would say that, know your skin type. We've got skin type and skin conditions. Skin type is whether you're oily, you're dehydrated, you're dry. And then there's conditions are the things like blackheads, the things we've talked about, dry, having a rough-like texture, not being smooth, dull skin. So what I would say is that with skincare, look at it as, a house. You've got the foundation. You've got to get the foundation right. If the foundation is right and your skin is healthy, you can quickly heal. If you are not tackling the root cause, you're not going to get any results from using the best of creams out there. So get a good routine, know your skin type, And knowing your skin type, you would know the cleanser to use. So if you're oily, you're looking out for, a foaming cleanser. If you're oily, your exfoliation, you know how regularly to exfoliate. You're exfoliating maybe more than a dry skin person will. Use a moisturizer that suits your skin type. If you're oily, you're not going to use a rich moisturizer. I do stock light moisturizers and rich moisturizers. So for people with drier skin, you want to use a light moisturizer. Rich moisturizer. If you are dry, then you don't want to go too thick on the skin. So when you get these right, then you can tackle all the other issues. So get a good skincare routine, know your skin type, and use the right products, because that is about over 50% of your problems. Then you can heal your skin and any other conditions that come with it. So that's what I will say to end it.
Thank you very much for that, Susan. So, Angela, what's your last piece of advice you could give in regards to our beautiful black skin that rocks?
My advice would be take care of the skin that you're in. It will last and look after you if you look after it. So you have to clean it, exfoliate, apply toner, moisturize it, look at your diet, and what do you want to achieve? And if anything, write down your goals. We exercise and plan for our fitness, but also you have to do skin fitness as well. So, and understand that it's not overnight, it's a process that you have to keep to endure to the end.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
For that. Thank you very much for that. Really good advice there.
Thank you.
Antoinette, what is your one piece of advice to give to guests on the platform, because our black skin really does rock?
My final takeaway to everyone is it's a holistic approach. So look at what you put on your skin, yes, muy importante, but also look at what goes in your skin, inside of your body. Take care of the body, diet, exercise, live a stress-free life, go to bed by a certain time, and take care of your skin. It's a holistic approach.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I'm going to draw this session to an end. Thank you all for, Susan, you've got your hand up, my darling. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, just a quick one. Yeah, quick one with regards to when you spoke about people asking about what is their skin type. Mm-hmm. On my, I've got an ebook and I've got resources table and things that people can look out for on their own skin. They can take it as they go along and they will know what their skin type is. And then it's a good read as well. It talks about cleansing routines and all that we've said in a nutshell. So if you go onto my IG page, you click the link, you will see the ebook link. Everybody can feel free and go, and then you can have a skin assessment there as well. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And one of the key things why I so much enjoyed doing these sessions, within our community, we have a wealth of knowledge and expertise. So it's just fantastic to have all of you as presenters on the platform, just sharing your knowledge. And it really is been consistent. So whether, we've done skin and we talk about hair, and all the other different topics that I've done, it comes back to a good foundation, self-love, getting the sleep, the right food. It is a routine, whether you're looking at your hair, your skin, your fitness, it is a routine. And it's about putting yourself first, second, third, fourth, and last, making yourself number one, making yourself a priority, don't wait for the things to start happening. You're thinking, oh God, my face, my skin, you know what they say, the old saying, prevention is better than cure. So that's the kind of mode that we need to be in. So you've been on the Queen's platform. It's been wonderful. We kicked off at 7. It's been an amazing session talking about our skin, which rocks. You've had an opportunity. We've had some really, really good questions come through. It's been streamed straight through to Facebook. We Love Health and Wellbeing page. It's also been streamed straight through to YouTube, so you can catch the repeat. Yeah, all fantastic, good information here. Antoinette, are your products stocked in the UK? That's what I wanted to ask you. Oh, let me ask to unmute you. So let me just ask to unmute you. Can you unmute, darling?
Mute. I'm sorry. Yes, we used to be stocked in the UK in a few places in London, and I think it was in Nottingham.
Okay.
But because of the long lockdown in during COVID, what has been happening? People have been buying directly from us.
Oh, okay.
So we would really appreciate. We would really love, because I was in the UK in 2017. To launch the brand there. We went through the Jamaica High Commission.
Okay.
Right, JAMPRO, and so we had quite a bit of traction from that, and we got a few stockists, but then came COVID, and we really haven't gotten much reorders from them. What we're finding is the customers who bought the goods from the stores, they're now buying directly from us.
Okay.
But we would really love to get a stockist there, a few stockists.
Yeah. That's good to know. And it's good, we're all connected, whether we're here in the UK or, in Africa or, or America. It's really good to be able to, we have these Zoom platforms and it brings us all together and it just gets the information out there. So it's just wonderful, and I've heard such good things about your products, your brand here.
Thank you. And if you ever have a hair care forum, we also have an excellent hair care line. That's where we started.
Okay.
In hair care, right?
Okay. Yeah, we might do hair, but I've got a long list. I've been given a long list of topics that they want me to talk about. So who knows how long I'll be on this platform again. But of course, the Queen's Walking Group comes first. And like I say, we walk on a Saturday morning, 8 o'clock sharp. And we had a really good walk today. And I just want to quickly I always have to big up all the Queen's Walking Group. So the Queen's in East London, Birmingham, Croydon, Manchester, Luton, Harrow and Stanmore, Greenwich, Milton Keynes, Gants Hill, Enfield, and Oakwood, Hatfield. I've got to read the list. Hatfield and Welwyn Garden City, Tottenham, Brixton, Wembley, Basingstoke and Reading, Streatham. And when I was last on, somebody contacted me. So we've got another new walking group, which is in Finchley and Golders Green. So I know loads of stuff has been going into the chats about the walking groups, but that is what I do. I run a walking group, and because we couldn't walk in the UK back in 2020, in the October, I started to Zoom. So I've Zoomed for nearly a whole year, but I've come off the platform because things are opening up back in the UK. But I do want to keep Zooming, to keep our community connected, get good information out there, and to showcase us. Yeah, to showcase us and what we can do. So I'm going to be wrapping the session up, but just to say again, if anybody wants to find out about the Queen's Walking Group, please follow us on Eventbrite. As you know, the session's been live streamed straight through to Facebook and to YouTube. Facebook, it's We Love Health and Wellbeing. We're on Instagram, Queens and Rudy J Media. We've also got a wonderful newsletter, which with Montrese, Queen Montrese, who does, a lot of the sort of like pulling it together. And, so if anybody wants to advertise or wants to send articles to me, we've got a monthly newsletter that goes out it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. So people, it's another way just to keeping us, all connected, so people know what we're doing in the Queendom, so to speak. And in the February edition, Queen Montrese, from Dare to Be Natural. What are you going to be doing in the February edition, Montrese?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked that question. First, let me say in the chat is the link there's two links. There's the link that you can look at this January's newsletter, but also there's a link to sign up, so you'll get regular emails. So go ahead and sign up right now in the chat, find it.
Yes, we've got a couple of competitions, haven't we?
We do. And someone just asked about starting a walking group in Wolverhampton.
Oh, brilliant.
So there's information in the chat about that as well. Have a look.
Yeah.
And for February, along with, I heard you say it, Joan, the whole self-care well-being thing, we are putting together a self-care happy Valentine's. You know, Valentine's is always about someone else and showing love, and that's not a terrible thing. And we should do that every day of the week. However, sometimes we deserve to be pampered as well and loved also. And so we've put together a gift box with lots of goodies in it, something for your hair, something for, I'm loving that we talked about the skin, something for a nice bath soak, some tea for the inside, a relaxing time. And so let me just quickly show you the box of the goodies that we have available. I'll put the link in the chat where you can go and have a look at what's in there, but I don't know if you can see all of that. We've got a roller derma, a cleansing brush, candle. There's some options. Oh, my daughter's helping me hold it up. A candle. One of the things, what else is in there? Some teas. And what we're doing, we're customizing it so you can have a message on the inside of the box with your name or the name of your loved one, whoever you want to send the box to, or just have your name on there. And one of the things that I really like that Susan said that I reiterate, even in hair care, is understanding what's in a product. So we have some face masks in our gift box, and I've made an ingredients list. You can't really see it very well. You know, in the box, there's an ingredients list that lists out the INCI names and what each ingredient is supposed to do. And Susan mentioned the first two in any formula are the first three ingredients are the ones that's in there the most, and they totally are. I took it down to the first five or six, because anything lower than 6, it's usually at 1%, and it might be a marketing ingredient. So we look at what those 6 ingredients are in those masks and what they do and why they're there. So I'll put the link in the chat. The price of that box is $24.99. That includes packaging and postage. We're doing raw mail first class, and it's pre-order, so first come, first serve. When we fill our order, however many that's going to be, we'll send those out starting February 4th. So they'll be in time for Valentine's Day. So get your gift box with Dare to Be Natural and get pampering yourselves, and also buy one for someone you love, or 2 or 3. Who knows? However many you want. That's it. Thanks for listening, and thanks for the opportunity to share, Joan.
You're very welcome, my darling. Well, guys, this is the end. Thank you all very, very, very much for being on this being part of the presentation. We've had some really, really good knowledge. I mean, I've made loads of notes, and I'm actually going to watch the replay of this because I couldn't even write down fast enough. And I remember when I went to get my nails done a couple of weeks ago, and they were really, adamant, you need to get, sun factor, etc. And I thought, sun factor, and oh, sorry, Angela, you waving at me. Right, I can unmute you. Hey.
I'm really sorry. I need to go.
No.
I need to go. It's I'm in my cousin's house, and we need to go back up to Thornton Heath. So
no, that's all right.
I'm just saying goodbye.
All right, my darling. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right, so we're drawing this session to an end. Thank you all for being on the platform. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, watch out, who knows? We might have a part 3 of this, because skincare is such a hot topic for so many people. And I really, really appreciate you all being on the platform. So once again, I can quickly to follow us on Eventbrite to find out about future Queen's Walking Group events. When we're Zooming, about the recording, you can check us out on Instagram. We've got a couple of events coming up as well. We've got our big London walk next week. We've got the Queens and Rudy J Media Easter Cultural Market, which is happening on Sunday, 10th of April at Venue 28, which is in Beckenham, BR31LY. And we also have a Good Friday Easter Market, which is happening on Good Friday. And that'll be in Beckenham Place Park in Beckenham, BR3. I can't remember the rest of the postcode, but you can Google it and we'll put the information out. We've also got the Queen's Walking Group 2-year anniversary. something that was meant to be for 6 weeks when I created the walking group is now going to be 2 years old. I can't believe it sometimes. So we've got our anniversary dinner coming up, and everyone's welcome. Really want the Queens will be coming out. Those in the different walking groups up and down the UK will be coming out, but it's open to anybody who wishes to attend and just to come and celebrate us as Queens. So that's going to be at Venue 28 again, and that's on the 2nd of July, Saturday, 2nd of July, 2022. Yes, it's a few months' time. So get your skincare, routines in place so you can come out in July glowing and looking beautiful. So I want to wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Queen Black Skin Rocks, and it really does rock. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. And we'll catch up soon. Montrese, you've got your hand out. What's up, my darling? What do you want to ask me? Oh, can I unmute you? Let me quickly ask to unmute. Hey. Why is it not unmuting? Can you unmute? Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
there you are. I just wanted to do a little housekeeping for people that don't know how to save the chat. And if you're on your computer, on the right-hand side of the screen of your chat window, there are 3 little buttons. If you click on them, it'll give you the option to save the chat. So you're going to be in a time crunch, because once Joan says 3, 2, 1, you won't be able to save the chat. So if you click on those buttons, right click, it'll say save the chat. You'll be able to save the chat. And then someone also asked, when was the next Zoom?
Okay, we're looking to Zoom. I think it's going to be on the 5th of is it the 5th of February, Rudy? For Joe?
Yeah, 5th of February.
5th of February, yeah. So we will be doing, let me get it right, Queens, the Science of Melanin Biology and Nutrition Beginners Level course. So Joe Dash, a lot of you know we've done the intermittent fasting challenge a couple of times, did it quite a few times through last year. So Joe is has created a course for us to get deeper into the understanding of diet and melanin, and it'll be done over a couple of weeks, but it's a really interesting course. So where we've done the intermittent fasting is going to educate us a bit more about diet, lifestyle from a Black melanin perspective. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a really, really good course. So Joe's going to come on the platform on the 5th of February and talk to us all about that. So yes, you'll see me back on the platform on the 5th of February, as they say, if life's fair.
One minute, John. Someone said, no, you cannot save the chat on a phone. I would advise you to go onto our YouTube channel and to get the previous recording. So you cannot save the chat on any mobile phone.
No, and you can, and I mean, it's been this whole session has been streamed live through to Facebook. So if you do Facebook, just go on to We Love Health and Wellbeing. So the recording has been streamed live through Facebook, and it's been streamed live through to YouTube. Yeah, but you can save the chat on a laptop. Okay, you've got your hand up. So you've got another question, Montrese. No. Okay, that's an old hand, is it? Okay, right. So I'm going to wish you all a good night. Have a wonderful evening. Stop. Oh, I've got a question here. Hey, Doris Abraham. Do you have a question? Let me just unmute you. Do you want to put your camera on, my darling? Then we can see who we're speaking to. Quick.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm not going to put my camera on. I do apologize. I've just got over the COVID. So I've been recovering the last 3 weeks. It's been horrendous, worst experience of my life, but I give the Most High thanks. I'm here, and my friend sent me this link literally 7:25, because I've just started a skincare business. And she says, jump on, and it's been amazing. The presenters, the information, the walking group. I'm the one who wants to start the walking group in Wolverhampton. I've scribbled loads of notes. It's a fantastic platform just to say thank you. But how do I register to be kept informed of all of the things that you're doing?
Okay, if you go on to Eventbrite, and look for the Queen's Walking Group. Yeah. And if you follow us, And then when we put things up onto the site, you'll get the instant notification that something's been put up, that we're doing something. And we're always doing
Fantastic.
something, yeah.
That is great. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And
Blessings to you.
my number's in the chat as well. So please WhatsApp me, then we can have a chat.
Yeah, I've sent you a message already. I've done that already.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, and blessings to everyone.
Oh,
Thank
bless you. And I'm glad you got over the COVID as well. You come from strong stock, man. You'll get over this. Oh, bless you. Thank you. So thank everybody for being on the platform. Queen's Black Hair rocks, and it really does rock. Yeah. And I look forward to, as I said, probably doing a part 3. We'll see what happens. Let's see what the feedback is. But for now, have a wonderful evening, everybody. And can I wish you all good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful time. Right, so we start streaming now through to, so you can put your